day, good night, good night, good night. Tonight's the night that I'm going to talk about uh, when you are trying to build your YouTube channel. I have been researching, I have been studying, and I have been posting my content as you all can see. Now, for those that don't know me, I'm Mr. Dollar. My husband name is Champagne, and we are a semi-trucking couple that loves to create content and just love to, enjoy this journey that we are on. And as I keep posting, and as I keep learning, um, not giving up. That's the main thing. Not giving up. If somebody else can do it, I'm sure you are able to do it. But it's coming to a situation where it's like, hey, you have to get 4,000 watch hours. So every day I come on here and I try to understand the algorithm of YouTube and how to be able to grow my YouTube channel. Which that's why I love YouTube because they teach you so much. They teach you so much on how to pretty much just do your content. And you pretty much uh, go on YouTube and research anything for you to learn something. And that's just pretty much what I'm trying to say. So what I had Google, I'm sorry, not Google. What I had YouTube tonight was how to get my 4,000 watch hours, which makes sense. You have to get your 4,000 watch hours by actually creating a video that's in between 8 to 10 minutes long. Now, what I realize is a lot of people that come on my page, they are like a 10-second watcher. It's like they attention span. You want to watch something quick and be done and move on to the next video. And that's how I've been able to gain followers. And I thank you guys. I thank everyone that has been supporting me on my journey to my YouTube channel. I am well authentic. My husband, we do things as in trucking industry. We are trucking couple. So we do a lot of content based around what we do. Like right now, I am driving because I drive the night shift. My husband drives the morning shift. So when y'all see our content, if you see me at nighttime, that means because I have started my shift. But most of the times, morning shift, that's my husband's shift, and that's where we get a lot of the content coming from him. So with that being said, like I'm saying, you're going to get a lot of content that revolves around us being truck drivers, just being ourselves, being authentic and being ourselves. But what we are coming to a situation is how do we get our 4,000 watch hours? And I think the talk we got a live stream. We got to do a lot of live streaming because, like you say, you never know who you're gonna reach. You never know who's gonna be watching. You never know who's gonna be observing you. But still, just continue to post. But also now it's time to get into the live streaming. Now, y'all know I'm a semi truck driver, so a lot of times y'all will see me live stream, but it's just pretty much it's nighttime. It's nighttime. That's why I decided to put a picture up because I know y'all attention span. Like, what are you doing? You're coming on here going live, but we don't see anything. It's dark outside. All we see is cars passing by. All we see is you just driving. Well, I was coming to a conclusion like, how can I still motivate you guys to come on my live stream? Like, as in ASMR. That's what I had just been noticing, like a lot of ASMR trucking. But, people are not coming on YouTube to go to sleep, as I may say, they're bored, so they want to get up here so they can laugh, so they can smile. They love content. So I was come to the conclusion like, well, what else could I do at nighttime? Nighttime is nighttime. Like I said, people are winding down, people are getting sleepy. So I said, okay, let me go with the ASMR. I hope y'all are enjoying my ASMR 2 hours of driving because I can't just consistently do those. But it's like I'm just trying to work around what do my community like? What do y'all like to see me do at nighttime? Yes, y'all see me posting. Yes, y'all see me create my content. But as a live streamer at night, what do y'all like to see? Let me know in the comments if y'all still like to see the ASMR. That way y'all can fall asleep as y'all see me driving. Or do y'all want me to just come live and just consistently talk at night? I don't know, sometimes that'll get bored as well. But I decided to come on here and say, hey, I need help to get my 4,000 watch hours. And I know you said that 4,000 watch hours is a lot. Well, I researched it. 4,000 watch hours, I will have to do an 8 to 10 minute video. Do y'all want to see more of 8 to 10 minute videos? As y'all can see, I will be starting to do longer videos, but hopefully they will go in my algorithm. I'm just not going to give up. That's one thing I'm not going to do is give up. Like I said, I'm going to do more live streaming, whether I'm going into the shipper, whether I'm, and y'all all, you know what I did like? I do like that when I go to get fuel, at the truck stop, or if I'm doing my 15-minute free trip, or if I'm doing my 30-minute break. You guys did like for me to do that. And that's for protection for me. If I have to fuel up at night, and it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I make sure I go live with you guys because I feel like y'all protect me for it because it's dangerous out here at night. And at nighttime, my husband is asleep. So it's kind of like he always fuel up so I don't have to fuel up at nighttime. But at the same time, y'all did love that type of content that I was putting out where if I had to fuel up or if I had to do my 30 minute break, y'all liked that content for me to actually go live with y'all to see me actually fuel it up. A lot of y'all liked that content, but sometimes as a female trucker, I have to protect myself. Sometimes as a female trucker, I have to be safe because at nighttime, you never know who's out here at night. And with my husband being sleeping in the back, it's kind of like a danger for me. And so I do have to put something in my pocket, so I can protect myself. Because if somebody could jump out, the distance for me, just say for instance, going to fuel up to walking inside the store, that could be dangerous. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna say you never know what type of time that people are on. There's truckers out here, it's all kind of people out here, so I have to be safe. So a lot of times you will get content that I have been putting out in the daytime because I be sleeping in the daytime most of the time. I might get up morning, a little bit morning shift to kind of watch the stock market or, because I have other investments that I do, but, or to chop up my videos. That's pretty much what I do. But most of the time, my night shift starts, y'all see me doing my preacher, my night shift start, I have to, it's just a random thing that you have to do as a truck driver. Whether you're a female, whether you're a male, you do have to pre-trip your truck. So I do that content to show you guys this happens every day. Like if you're a truck driver, you have to pre-trip because you got to check your tires. You never know. It could be nails in your tires. It could be anything. So before you actually bust a tire and then you have to wait on the side of the road, that becomes a headache. That's why I like to be authentic and show y'all real content that goes around in the truck industry that know what tells y'all about. Like, yes, it's peaches and cream when you see me driving and seeing me go to the shipper or picking up my load. But 9 times out of 10, something can go wrong along you going to pick up your load. It's like, for real, you can catch a flat tire. And it's randomly not all the time, like every day you'll catch a flat tire, but sometimes, hey, when you dropping off loads, picking up loads, which they call dropping the hood. You dropping off a trailer and picking up a trailer. A lot of shippers do have jobs, yard jockeys, to where um, they also have mechanics on deck. I like certain facilities that will check around their trailers to make sure when we picking up a trailer, it shouldn't be no problem. We should be able to grab that trailer and go. There's no, I feel like for them to have yard jockeys and mechanics, I feel like that should be mandatory that these yard jockeys to do a pre-trip as well on the trailer before we actually go to the ship or receive to be that just makes more time, makes more money, and makes more sense versus us picking up the trailer. Yes, we're doing a pre-trip, but sometimes you might miss it. Sometimes, when you're coming up or you getting ready to pick up that trailer, when they be cutting those seals, and they be hard seals, and I'm just pointing that out. they will throw the seals on the ground. They will throw, like when you have to cut your seal, they will throw like these hard things on the ground and they cut your tires. And that we need to talk more about that because it seems like we're spending more of our money getting tires fixed because when we're at these shippers, they're just dropping the seals or they're just cutting off these seals and off these bolts and they be shot once they cut it, and they just throw them down on the ground. No, y'all need to pick that up. Yeah, we can argue about that. Yes, y'all need to pick those up because for real, just the other night, I'm sitting up there getting ready to pull up, and I noticed all these dang on seals are on the ground. Like when people, like I said, you're pulling up to the dock, you have to cut your seal, but not throw it down. People like truckers, or it can be the people that's at the shipment. Because a lot of shipments, they do say, "Hey, don't cut the seal. We'll cut the seal." But I've been seeing lately that the seals have been on the ground and their sharp arches on the bolts that we cut. So it's like a little hard seal too that they have. It's all different. It's a variety of different kind of seals, especially when you get a high value load. But normally I have to use bolt cutters sometimes, and they'll cut those seals and they'll just throw them on the ground. That was busting our time. So a person be like, "Well, Dad, how come you keep getting the blowout? How come you keep getting a flat tire?" It ain't no how come because I do my preaching, but just it could be something in the road. It could be bad roads, especially on I-10 and I-20, y'all. Let's not talk about that. We ain't gonna argue. We ain't gonna even argue about these roads. That while we paying our tax dollars, they need to be fixing for these roads. And I know y'all like, well, hey, every time I turn around, I always see a road getting fixed. I don't know what it is, but these roads need to be fixed. That's why I hope y'all can hear me clearly. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I love my job. If you want to know, like, what made me decide to drive trucks, oh, it's just been in me. It's just been in me. It's something that I always did before I even got in the truck, and I always drove. I always rode around town. I just like driving. And because I feel comfortable with driving and not feeling safe with somebody else driving me, I don't know. But I've just never been a person that didn't hate like that. I hate driving. No, I always love driving. So I would tell people that if you are interested or serious about driving a truck, make sure you don't mind driving. I ain't gonna even lie. If you're a driver and you love to drive, this lane is for you. Truck driving is for you. But if you can't stand driving, you always want to be a princess passenger, then this ain't for you because you're gonna have to do some driving. Especially when you first get your CPS and you come out here on the road, you're gonna go with a trainer. They're gonna mandatory that people do 10-hour shifts. Now, as you get up in age or as you get that timing on your CDL license, and you got like maybe 2 years in, you can do a dedicated lane. That way you don't be driving or overworking yourself. And I tell people all the time, that first year you get your CDL, you're gonna do some driving. It is gonna feel like work. It ain't gonna feel like you able to just have fun because you're out there to train. You're out there to really master the game of truck driving. And I tell people, take that serious. When you go to school, like when you go to CDL truck school, take it serious. Like a lot of people want to test out, or a lot of people want to challenge you. I tell them, like, if you got somebody up under you that has a truck that's teaching you, then it's good. And if you feel like you able to test out, that's good too. But when you just testing out, they want you to have an accredited school. So that's what y'all need to pay attention to. Don't feel like you can just go get your CDL, test that, and hey, you gonna start driving. Because a lot of big major trucking companies, they're not gonna accept you because they're it's not accredited school. They want you to make sure that you have gotten the training for anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks of schooling, and that you don't went out over the road with a trainer. That's the only way that you'll really get with the big company. Now, if you got somebody that been in the game and they have their own they own private owner operator, whatever, and they finna bring you on and they just needed that second driver so they can make more money so their truck won't stop, then you'll be good. You'll probably be paying higher insurance because you're a first, you don't have experience and they'll see that on your license. That's why I stress that to a lot of people, hey, don't come out here thinking you're gonna start making big money off top when you first get your CDL. It's about sacrifices, it's about learning the game. When you first get your CDL, you're gonna, I'm gonna say you're gonna be like, hey, I could pay this amount of money if I would just stay working at my normal job. Don't come out here feeling like that, but come out here feeling like you just want to get the experience. Then later on, you're going to make good money if you find a great company that don't mind paying their drivers. There's a lot of companies out there when you first coming out on the road, they're going to try you. They're going to take advantage of you. I'm not going to lie. When I first got out here, it was maybe I'm going to say maybe two companies, I can't say no name, that took advantage of me because I have to be real and transparent. When I first got out here, you don't know. A lot of companies don't want to hire you because you're first, you're fresh. So, but when these certain companies give you opportunity, oh yeah, they're gonna try you with. You can get up to 14 cents an hour. Some I think that was, I think that was just bad for them to even try me like that. I don't even want to say my name, but it was coming out of South Carolina that they kept me a little bit. But I still wanted the experience. I just got my CDL. When you get to see that, you want to roll. You want to be like, oh Lord, I'm gonna go drive in the truck. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. But then when you see your first couple checks, you're gonna be like, hell no, man, I could have made this at home just sitting on my ass. And that's true. That is definitely true. I get a lot of females that say, hey, uh, give me the real. Give me the real when I get my CDL. And I have to break it down to them and I have to give them the real. When you first come out here over the road, you first get your CDLs, I'm not gonna lie. Certain companies are gonna pinch you and they're gonna try you. And you might make 30 cents a mile because they have to pay high insurance. So I would tell you, if they're gonna give you an opportunity, go with them. I know two companies, Prime, if you got your CDs and you watch me now, you just got your you just graduated CDL school. Prime Inc. is a good school that will pay you pretty well. And when I say that, it could be you'll be making anywhere from $600 to $700 a week. That's good. I'm telling you, that's good coming out of school. $600 to $700 a week. That's pretty good. Um, I'm sorry, Prime Inc. And it's one more. Covington. Covington, when I went to school, they was paying a good amount of pay, especially if you coming out with a team driver, especially if y'all went to the same school and y'all learned together. Y'all say, hey, I want to team up. Let's go out there so we can get our training on. I think is a Covington is a good company, and I think they start out with 65 cents. So if you're a team, you'll probably come out making 1,200 in Covington a week. I'm not going. A lot of my school mates, they came out the gate, depending on, like I said, depending on your background, depending on if you're not a convicted felony, they do hair follicles first start uh, first get out of school. That's the only difference downside. Now I'm not sure, but back in the day, that's how it was 2019. Because I graduated and got my CPS 2019, so I've been driving almost 6 years. But now I believe they still do want a hair follicle. I'm not sure, but you can research and look into that. But with that being said, Covington, if you coming fresh out of school, they do give you a good opportunity for you to learn. I think you do as a trainer, you will have to still go out with a trainer. I'm sorry, if you're a team partner, I think both of y'all still will have to go out with a trainer. But if y'all do good and they feel like y'all got it, I pretty much think that y'all will be able to get y'all trouble within 2.5 to 3 weeks. A lot of my schoolmates did say they got their trucks quick, but I'm here to tell you, don't feel like you finna get out the gate, you finna come out and make 2,000 a week. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But if you can come out making, I'm gonna say anywhere from 600 to $1,000 a week, be patient. Be patient. What the trucking industry don't like is for us to be hopping around different jobs because they're gonna feel like, hey, you can't even stay on a job for 3 months, which is true. You want to at least that first job, that first company that when you get with when you coming out of trucking school, stick with that company for 3 months. Once you stick with that company for 3 months, more doors will open for you because you got to prove it on your application. Hey, I've been with this company for 3 months. I decided to go with a different company but so I can get a better pay or better experience. Or you decide to relocate. But I feel like coming out of school, stay with that job, stay with that company. That way you can, you know what I mean, get your experience up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. No, I don't have to do a karaoke song. I'm just speaking facts on, for the ones that's coming out of trucking school. If I do sound like a karaoke, then that's fine. I hope you're enjoying the ride. Stay with that company for 3 months. Sacrifice it up for a little bit, and then if you feel like, oh, I can't take this company no more, don't quit the company. Find you a better opportunity before you quit. Make sure you put in your 2 weeks notice because you want to do everything the right way and you want to document it the right way. Don't just quit. I know a lot of people who just quit and then they found another job they just go and stay. Don't be no hopper. If you don't want that on your resume, I'm here to tell you, don't be no hopper. Do it the right way so more doors can open up for you. Like I said, go out there with expectation on learning. Because guess what? When I was in school, they probably showed us how to slide a tandem. I had to get out here and learn on my own road. Of course, learn with my husband. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you'll keep going through that way station. You'll keep going through that weight station trying to get that weight right. Hey, YouTube is the key. YouTube taught us everything. I'm not gonna lie. Because when you first get out of school, there's a lot of stuff that they don't teach you. It's like paperwork and all that. But you gonna pretty much get out on here and you gonna learn on your own and you gonna learn as you go. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting. But my thing is pay attention. Always pay attention and always study more and always be willing to learn. When I say tandems, they are very tricky, especially if you're not going to have the same trailer all the time. All trailers will probably be different, especially if they're older models or newer models. You got some trailers that all you got to do is push the button and it'll slide the tandem. Then you got some trailers that you got to pull the spring. Hey, but that slide that tandem, I always say my husband got it because, hey, me, if I was out here on this road by myself and they telling me I got to slide and tell them, they better, well, hey, no, that's too much jumping in and out. I don't really get it. I kind of get it, but I don't get it. But the good thing I got my husband on the truck with me because he gets it. And he know how to slide that tell them. But like what I was saying, it's pretty much come out here on this road to learn, to learn. Do not feel like you got it. Because guess what? I still learn out of 6 years of me driving, I might still learn something new every day. I'm not going to lie. And you'll be shocked and you'll be surprised. The main thing is stay alert while you're out here on this road. If you get tired, I don't care if the dispatcher trying to push you to keep going. If you tired out here on this road, pull over and get you some rest. I'm not gonna lie, do not feel like you got it. Your eyes get tired and your eyes get weak. I'm gonna tell anybody, man, pull over. Don't think you got it. Don't feel like you can keep going because it's dangerous out here on this road. And especially when you first come out here, you don't feel like they overworking you. I get that because I had this experience there too. You don't feel like how are you able to do content when they're steady pushing us, they're steady making us just roll. They do you like this because they don't want you to get be lazy. I'm gonna just pretty much say that. You first come out here and they need trouble. They're gonna push you to the max. Yeah, the pay gonna be low, but they're gonna push you to the max to see if you can take it. Hey, by law, if you are tired, they can't push, they can't force nothing. But I would tell you, always get your rest. Always get your rest because them 10-hour shifts are long and your body has to get used to it. If you're not a caffeine drinker, try to find something different. Maybe I could say try to find the what I've been taking. I ain't gonna lie, that's so good. So you, I love that because it's organic and it's just a shot. It's just a shot that you drink. You can probably get them from Publix, HEB, or any Whole Food store, but it's a shot. It's organic and it's healthy. I've been drinking those a lot. because I'm more on the side where I try to find something that's zero free sugar, and I like the Celsius as well. But when I first got out here, man, it was nothing but coffee, 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 or the Red Bulls. And then back when I came, they didn't have like the flavor foods. But I feel like you have to dilute your body. When I say that, means always have you some water because I just feel like you don't want to. It feels like it's a rush when it comes down to drinking a lot of caffeine and drinking those energy drinks. Don't overdo it. I would say switch it up and try to find an alternative. They have a lot of different other things, but I just feel like I don't want my body to be in shock, if that makes sense. So always try to switch it up and find an alternative. Even if you just drink nothing but water, sometimes if you drink nothing but water, that gives you energy as well. But back to what I was saying, and I can't stress this enough for people that's first coming out, you're gonna be excited about driving. I'm telling you, but when it's time for you to do your 30-minute break, chill. Do your 30-minute break. Grab you something to eat. I would advise you. I know you're gonna be like, oh, when I first come out here, if I'm with a trainer, how am I able to cook? I wouldn't recommend you to come out the gate and start cooking until you get into your own truck because when you're with a trainer, they're gonna treat it like a job. They're not you ain't gonna have time to be talking about cooking, and then they're gonna feel some type of way you bringing all that stuff. And pretty much when you first coming out on the road, you might just have a bag. You might just gonna have like the regular suitcase bag. Well, I would recommend bringing 20 outfits. I'm not gonna lie. And when I say 20 outfits, meaning because when you first come out, say you got to come out with the training for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm gonna say 20 outfits, but you're able to roll them up as if you were in the army. You should be able to fit 20 outfits, maybe 20 pairs of underwear. As a female, it's like for real, about 15 bras. Like, and when I say bras, sports bras, because you want everything so you can be able to roll it up and tuck it very tight. You want to have your bag because like they're gonna send you a you either gonna catch a flight or you gonna catch a bus. Me, I recommend just catching a flight. That way you can get there real quick, but also they should pay for your luggage. And I would tell you and recommend you carry you about 20 outfits because you can go east coast to west coast, and you're gonna go east coast to west coast. So I ain't even gonna argue with you about it because they want to make sure you go in the snow. They want to make sure you know how to put the chains on. They want to make sure you're able to run from east coast to west coast. That's always carry you 20 outfits. And when I say that, pants, jogger set. For my females, you gonna carry you something warm. Always have a jacket, a sweater, one jacket. So when you get on the plane, just put your jacket on with you, because y'all know it be cold on the plane anyway. Have your jacket on that way. You get the more luggage, the more stuff that you can carry in your luggage is the better. But always have you your jacket, put a sweater in there. Of course, you're gonna have your towel. I don't care what nobody say. When you coming out here to first drive, make sure you pack a towel, 2 towels. You like, how can I put this stuff in? You're gonna roll that stuff up tight as if like you was in the army and get a nice big suitcase or a nice big bag where you can tow all this stuff. But make sure you have your own towels. I would recommend when you first